Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, the place where we learn, explore, discover professional training. Today we will discuss about critical to quality CTQ. Here we will cover what is CTQ, COQ or COPQ, components of CTQ, how to draw CTQ tree, benefits CTQ, Kano Model. How to draw Kano Model? 5 steps of Kano Model. What is CTQ? After collecting voice of customer, we need to arrange it into CTQ, critical to quality, characteristics. VOC, VOB and COPQ data. They then need to translate this information into critical customer requirements, CCRs. A CCR is a specific characteristic of the product or service desired by and important to the customer. Take the applicable CCRs and translate them into critical to quality CTQ measures. Next, what is COQ or COPQ? Cost of quality means COQ. It covers the expenses associated with maintaining good quality throughout an organization or process. COQ is equal to COPQ plus prevention costs plus appraisal costs. Then what is COPQ means cost of poor quality? It is usually broken into two major categories: costs associated with external failures, warranty or sales loss, etc., and costs associated with internal failures, rework or scrap, etc. External and internal failures are often referred to as the costs of non-conformity. They are the expenses that occur when outputs do not conform to critical to quality requirements. COPQ is equal to external failure costs plus internal failure costs. Next, what are the cost of quality percent in different sigma level? If we compare sigma level and cost of quality as a percent of sales, you will find 2 sigma level means cost of quality is 40%. 3 sigma level means cost of quality is in between 25% to 40%. 3-4 level means cost of quality is in between 15% to 25%. 5 sigma level means cost of quality is in between 5% to 25%. 6 sigma level means cost of quality is less than 1%. Next, different components of CTQ critical to quality. CTQ tree is built up with the following 3 main components to ensure you get a useful level of detail. Why CTQ needed? It highlights the customer requirements and it is the origin of a CTQ tree. For example, for a fast food restaurant, customers' need is fast food. What does your customer need? What does your product have to do or give them? What are the driver of CTQ? Drivers are the parameters on which a customer judges the quality of the product. What's important to the customer to satisfy their needs? What qualities are important regarding the customer to need? What are the requirements of CTQ? These are the measurable performance standards that have to be met by drivers to satisfy customers means CTQ. It helps the business to measure the quality of a product and or service that has met the client's demands. Next, see another CTQ example. The customer knows that they mean by coffee that is good. Your job is to help translate that statement into requirements that can be tracked and delivered. As we know, exact needs are harder to measure from customer point of view. In this example, customer said, "I want a coffee that is good." This is a need statement. Then find drivers of customer satisfaction. In this example, for good coffee, satisfaction drivers are good taste, hot coffee means temperature, and lastly price or cost of coffee. Now you can exact requirements of customers, means CTQ of coffee customer. Now it is easier to measure. In this example, for good taste, you have to ensure coffee should not acidic and it should be rich means satisfying flavor present in your coffee. Then maintain the serving temperature of coffee means it should be greater than 60 degrees Celsius. And less than 60 degrees Celsius will dissatisfy the customer. Lastly, cost should be less than 80. Next, how to draw CTQ tree. A CTQ, or critical to quality, is a term often used in Six Sigma and quality management. CTQs are the key measurable characteristics of a product or process that have a direct impact on customer satisfaction. To draw a CTQ tree, you can follow these steps. Steps to draw a CTQ tree. Identify the project goal. Clearly define the overall goal of your project. This could be related to improving a product, process, or service. Identify customer requirements. List down the key requirements that are critical to the satisfaction of your customers. These are often obtained through customer feedback, surveys, or market research. Identify CTQs. From the list of customer requirements, identify the specific CTQs. CTQs are those requirements that have a direct impact on customer satisfaction and can be measured objectively. Create a hierarchy. Draw a tree-like structure with branches to represent the hierarchy of CTQs. Start with the overall project goal at the top. Branch out to high-level CTQs. Create branches for the high-level CTQs that are directly linked to the project goal. These high-level CTQs are often broad and cover major aspects of customer satisfaction. Break down into sub-CTQs. For each high-level CTQ, break it down into sub-CTQs. These are more specific characteristics or attributes that contribute to the overall high-level CTQ. Define metrics. Attach measurable metrics to each sub-CTQ. These metrics should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, smart to ensure clarity and effectiveness. Connect to processes. Connect each sub-CTQ to the specific processes or areas within the organization that contribute to achieving that CTQ. This helps in understanding where in the process improvement may be needed. Then see an example CTQ tree. Let's assume project goal: improve customer satisfaction. Here high-level CTQ1, product quality. Sub-CTQ is dimensional accuracy. Metric is plus, minus 0.05 inches. Here key processes are manufacturing, quality control. Another sub-CTQ is material durability. And metric is tensile strength greater than 5000 psi. Key processes are material selection, production. High-level CTQ2 is on-time delivery. Sub-CTQ is order processing time. And the metric is less than 24 hours. Key processes are order processing, logistics. Another sub-CTQ is shipping accuracy. And the metric greater than 98%. Key processes are warehousing, shipping. In this example, the CTQ tree starts with the overall project goal and breaks it down into high-level CTQs. Each high-level CTQ is then further broken down into more specific sub-CTQs with associated metrics and relevant processes. Next, let's discuss about excellent service examples for making CTQ. First, service technicians are friendly. Service technicians average a score of satisfied or above on customer evaluations. Service technicians have no more than 2 customer complaints about them in a quarter. Knowledgeable employees. Company receives an overall customer satisfaction score of excellent on at least 70% of evaluations. Service technicians average a score of satisfied or above on customer evaluations. Timely service. Customer calls are returned same day at least 90% of the time. Field service teams arrive within quoted time window at least 90% of the time. Field service teams arrive on site within 40 hours of original customer call. Next, benefits CTQ. CTQ helps to identify the solitary needs of the individual client and recognize measurable performance requirements needed for specific client's satisfaction. CTQ highlights any weak areas in an organization where performance is below standard and helps in root cause analysis. CTQ helps in the quality improvement of a product or service. Next, Kano Model. The Kano Model was published in 1984 by Dr. Noriaki Kano, Professor of Quality Management at the Tokyo University of Science. Kano says that a product or service is about much more than just functionality. It is also about customers' emotions. Constantly introducing new features to a product can be expensive and may just add to its complexity without boosting customer satisfaction. On the other hand, adding one particularly attractive feature could delight customers and increase sales without costing significantly more. It's important to consider the nature of your business and the pace of change in your industry. Today's excitement attribute can very quickly become tomorrow's threshold attribute. For example, touchscreen technology in smartphones and tablets was an excitement attribute when it was introduced by Apple in 2007, but it soon became a threshold attribute common to many electronic devices. Before you apply Kano model analysis, be sure to find out what your customers really value. Never assume that you know. Ask them what they like, what they love, and what they dislike. Next, what are the 3 types of attribute or property to products and services? Threshold attributes basics. These are the basic features that customers expect a product or service to have. For example, when you book into a hotel, you'd expect hot water and a bed with clean linen as an absolute minimum. Performance attributes, satisfiers. These elements are not absolutely necessary, but they increase a customer's enjoyment of the product or service. Returning to our example, you'd be pleased to discover that your hotel room had free super-fast broadband and an HD TV, when you'd normally expect to find paid-for Wi-Fi and a standard TV. Excitement attributes, delighters. These are the surprise elements that can really boost your product's competitive edge. They are the features that customers don't even know they want, but are delighted with when they find them. In your hotel room, that might be finding the complimentary Belgian chocolate that the evening turn-down service has left on the bed. Next, 5 steps of Kano model. Brainstorm all of the possible features and attributes of your product or service and everything you can do to please your customers. Classify these as threshold, performance or excitement attributes and add a 4th type, not relevant. These are the things that don't add value because customers don't care about them. Make sure that your product or service has all of the essential threshold attributes. If necessary, eliminate some performance attributes so that you can include these features. Assess the excitement attributes and think about how you can incorporate some of them into your product or service. Again, if necessary, cut some performance attributes so that you can afford to invest in your excitement attribute. Choose the performance attributes that you can deliver at a competitive price while still maintaining an acceptable profit margin. Tip: involve your customers in each of the 5 steps above. That way, you get their insights all the way through the process. Next, steps to draw a Kano model. Drawing a Kano model involves creating a two-dimensional matrix that maps the level of functionality or performance of a product or service against customer satisfaction. Here are step-by-step instructions on how to draw a basic Kano model. Identify features. List the features or attributes of your product or service that you want to analyze. These could be specific functionalities, characteristics, or aspects that contribute to the overall customer experience. Determine customer satisfaction. Assess the level of customer satisfaction for each feature. You can use customer feedback, surveys, or other sources of information to gauge how satisfied customers are with each feature. Categorize features. Use the Kano model categories to classify each feature. Determine whether each feature falls into the categories of basic needs, performance needs, excitement needs, indifferent needs, or reverse needs. Create a matrix. Draw a two-dimensional matrix with the x-axis representing the level of functionality or performance and the y-axis representing customer satisfaction. Label the x-axis with levels such as low, medium, and high for functionality or performance. Label the y-axis with levels such as dissatisfaction, neutral, and satisfaction for customer satisfaction. Place features in the matrix. Place each feature in the appropriate quadrant of the matrix based on its categorization and the assessed level of functionality or performance and customer satisfaction. Basic needs typically start at the bottom left, performance needs in the middle, and excitement or delighters needs at the top right. Indifferent and reverse needs may not be prominently displayed but can be positioned accordingly. Analyze the matrix. Review the matrix to identify patterns and insights. Pay attention to the distribution of features across the categories and their impact on customer satisfaction. Prioritize features that fall into the excitement needs category, as they have the potential to significantly impact customer delight. Iterate and update. The Kano model is dynamic and may change over time as customer. Next, Kano model matrix. First, note down the specific needs of customers, such as customer satisfaction, excitement needs, performance needs, basic needs, indifferent needs, reverse needs. Then write highest requirements, medium requirements, low requirements. In this matrix, you would place each feature in the corresponding cell based on its classification and the assessed levels of functionality or performance and customer satisfaction. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe more for such videos.